wars between individual clans. They would try and kill like the head of the clan rather than kill the population around the castle. And so the walls were built to protect the castle and the family inside rather than to protect the entire village.
This is a water well, so that if the castle was under attack, they'd always have a constant supply of water. It says here that they used to have 33 wells, now they only have 11 wells.
There's triangles and squares and circles and some like longer rectangles. All of these holes, this is like the kill zone. This is essentially the checkpoint where if you got through the gate and it was decided that you were attacking, unsafe, or an enemy for some reason, you would have hundreds of weapons trained on you through these holes. So you'd have bow and arrows. They had guns by this point, so you would also have guns. You might even have like even rocks dropped on you as you get closer up to the castle. So all of this is strategic and defensive.
It's like play school but for ninjas.
The reason they're different shapes is because different weapons require different shooting holes.
Is there a bear in there?
I just overheard the tour guide saying that that is in fact not a Christian cross. It's a charm to ward off evil. So it was non-denominational. Fun facts. Yeah. I don't know how well it'll come through. The lighting's not great here. So that's a little close-up of the picture there. And the windy paths are defensive also because you can't get a direct route to the main keep of the castle. And you'll notice all the gates are getting shorter and we have to step up higher every time we go through. We're being squished down now. Look how tiny this gate is. You are going to have to start ducking, I think, Peter.
What year was this built?
I think it was 1609 they finished building it. Oh, guys, more defensive fun fact. Yeah, can you see those sort of slots?
Oh yes.
Up in there?
Can I guess?
You can guess.
Is it for releasing tar onto your enemies?
Or oil, or even just throwing rocks.
Oil.
Yeah, so if they try and climb those walls.
This totally sounds like a theme scene from Monty Python's Holy Grail. I'm going to hit my head before the day.
Keep right, very difficult for Australians. We always want to keep left, but we are here at the main keep.
Thank you, thank you.
I've got cute socks on, so I'm just going to go with cute socks, and they're too small for your feet.
You know what?
But this is the no shoes area. Mind the step, mind your head.
Arigato.
Step, head.
I have no idea how samurai used to walk around barefooted because it feels like my feet are going to drop off. They're so cold.
It says it's a sink.
But
It's very big.
cool washing.
Top little hatch of the stone drops, they're calling them. So I guess stone was the most common thing dropped from these.
Yes.
It does open, but I'm not sure if we're allowed to touch it, so we're not going to do that. I actually really like that there's lots of tourists at this place because it kind of makes it feel like it's a bustling living place instead of just, you know, a museum. I mean, I know it is basically a museum, but it feels a lot more lively with lots of people here. Yeah, I feel happier without slippers on for climbing steep things.
Actually, I might take them.
The armory. So is this where they would have had their weapons and their actual armor? Do you think?
No, just arms.
Just arms.
Next door's the
Very
leggery.
beautiful.
Someone who lived here, or a samurai warrior, would have touched this wall right here.
Sure it was right there?
Yes.
I think they were shorter than you.
Wow.
As we go up, it's getting a lot smaller, room to room.
Easy to heat.
Definitely. I guess this is where they lived, is it?
This is a little bit of a guess, but as the villains come in, they'll be going higher and higher to get away from them. So every time we went through a set of doors, a set of stairs,
You can close
there's
the
two
doors.
doors on the top, trapdoors that would go down, and then they put rocks on top of them.
Yeah.
That would be my guess.
Sounds like a good guess to me. That's
Yeah,
what I'd do if
yeah.
I was a castle
But then,
dweller.
of course, the other thing that I'd do if I was the villain, I'd just set fire to the bottom, and I'd wait until they were all dead.
Oh. You're a pretty good supervillain.
Yeah, I'd be excellent supervision. Supervision?
Supervillain.
Supervillain. I'm very tired today.
There's a Princess Sen, and she married at the age of 7. She eventually lived here, but so she married at 7, and then her husband committed suicide during the war, and she was rescued at Osaka Castle to then marry another man at 20 who also died. Her son died, and so did her daughter, so she became a nun and mourned her husband and son. And then she died at age 70. It's very sad. Wasn't expecting that sad story.
Peter's racing upstairs there.
Yeah, it's a bit hard with the slippers. On my slippers.
For the annual 1-1 show, they run up the stairs, and they run across the platform.
So you think this is for the trained attack dogs?
This is training the attack dogs. They get to the other end, come down the stairs, the show's over.
And these are what we think are defensive doors. At the top. Ooh. Oh, wow. Nice little sword rack.
Spears, I reckon. They seem to be quite wide. A bit of an armoury of some description.
Oh, look, you can see the fish. Roof decorations.
広島から東京へ広島から東京へ広島から東京へ広島から東京へ広島
Being the true man that I am, I admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
It's not actually a dog showing platform.
What?
It should be, because that would be a lot cuter, right? It's actually for throwing stones.
Right.
Stone throwing platform.
Not dogs.
No.
Oh,
So I don't know what the dogs did here.
this whole wall is a weapons rack. All of these metal doors. Look at that. Wow. More weapons racks. Another entire wall of weapons racks.
All weapons.
広島から東京へ
This models the framework of the structure of this castle, of the keep area.
There's a reservoir.
This 1 to 20 scale model was prepared as part of the dismantling and repair of the main keep during the Showa era. Because this was the first dismantling and reassembly of all structures ever attempted, the work required a clear understanding of the technical features of the historical architecture, any structural defects, treatment of details, and assembly methods. The work also required replacement of damaged or decayed parts and research into methods of reinforcing various parts and materials in order to extend the life of the structure. The Soogame area includes everything from the moat and outer walls inwards. The main keep and its buildings on the highest plateau, or bailey, is where the big guy and his family lived, called the Uchiguru. The samurai protecting them lived on the next level down, and that's kind of where we came up through with all those confusing winding paths and ever-shrinking gates, the Nakaguruwa. And people like the blacksmiths and grocers providing goods and services would have been in the outer castle township, the Sotoguruwa. Over time, the suburbs of the city of Himeji emerged around the castle town. Some town names from the Edo period still remain, such as Shiomachi, Shiroganemachi, Uomachi, and Konyamachi.